They call this place The Rock. M.M. Roberts Stadium in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the South Alabama Jaguars and the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Rehsades Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Jaguars ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive. Games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollack.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Let's check. Just a moment about Southern Miss. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited, and a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Throwing White. Bringing the heat. This defense had its work cut out for them. When a guy can get out of the pocket like that, it'll be 4th and inches.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
So South Alabama's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you're leaving Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Finds his man, it's Hunter. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll move the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. That's caught. It's Sanders. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. It'll be a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. White. Here comes the heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. White wants to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And On that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing White. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Pucks it out of the air. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Jaguars! Put 6 on the board.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Handoff to the single running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
It'll be 3rd and long. White, under fire. Hit as he throws. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Rushes on him, and down he goes.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Got some work to do here on 2nd and 8 from the 20. Motion from the wideout. There's some room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Creates a little space.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throwing, White. Here's the pressure. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. The Golden Eagles have moved it inside the 20. On the option. He'll toss it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They go play action with White. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Golden Eagles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. White. Here's a heat. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll go to the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Quarterback making adjustments. White from the gun on 3rd down. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
The Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Fires to the big fella. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll field the punt. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Southern Mississippi will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Let's talk for a minute about Southern Miss. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Throwing, White. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
White from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. That brings them to within 1.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move, it's Phillips. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Golden Eagles come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
White. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. They go to the draw. Here's a little room there.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. White on the play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. And is their senior And they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. On target. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
That's reeled in. It's Hunter. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Davenport. Grab near the marker. It's Jenkins. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Got it. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
That's a miss as an OC. He's coming to the sidelines and listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Fires quickly. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely center cut. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throwing, White. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistencies.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Doug.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
To the air. It's Davenport. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. White. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Sets up the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Mustangs with a real chance to make this a memorable season. 9-1 following everything that happened last year. Let's find out if they can get to 10-1. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt. Back now to your game in Hattiesburg. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives or just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes. Top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Jaguars head coach at halftime. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Looking to pass. It's Davenport. Got it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's in open space downfield. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying to impose their will with the run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Could not make his way to the corner. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's Phillips. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
To throw, it's Davenport. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Jaguars will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. A running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They boot it away. He's got great speed, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Phillips. Got enough for the first. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They'll ride the hot hand. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Here comes the heat. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs, and if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
Southern Mississippi will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Incomplete. That one battered away at the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The goal have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That's caught. It's Woods. Knocked off his feet. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Quick release on the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Off-play action on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
He's got it on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Back to pass, it's Davenport. Hauls it in. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. 3rd and 10. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
They'll try to run for it. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, South Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Saunders. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Gives it to the back on the draw. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. This time he wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Golden Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Briggs. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
The play-action fake. On the run, still looking. That's caught. It's Sanders. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
The Golden Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Get it out on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick six. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the... And it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
The run inside. It's Phillips. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Takes the handoff. It's Phillips. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Jaguars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Jenkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another down.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle.
That's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion. Now 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Sanders. And the Golden Eagles in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
And his throw is incomplete.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing, man. Keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show your team, man, that we're always going to fight no matter what the scoreboard is. That's what we are. That's who we are. We're competitive, and we're going to keep getting better, and that's the goal of this squad.
Fires on the move. It's caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Golden Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Starts to scramble to the left. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Now they'll try to get the two and make it a 3-point game late. They want to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Running inside, it's Phillips. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
How about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like a...
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
And that stings for this offense. You got the football, a chance to... make a big play, take control of this football game, and you give up the safety. Now they get the football back. Under 2 minutes, everything now against you. This team is going to have to find a way to respond and make a big... on the other side of the football.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No
doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stays. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week and start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Rehsades, saying goodbye, everybody.